Who wants to ask the first question?
Yeah,
I'll start. Obviously, when you think of Virginia, you think of that defense that they play, and
Yep.
they're right on schedule with that this year.
Yeah, Tony does as good a job as anybody in the country. And I think philosophically, their style of play fits together so well. Their offense matches their defense. They don't play very fast, so because of that, they're in the half-court possession games, and they basically just out-execute you. And because they don't run as much, they don't turn it over. They don't take very many quick shots, so that doesn't help you increase your tempo or give you easy baskets or give you opportunities to push it as much as normal teams. And so their philosophy really fits together. And number one, I think they have very good players. I think sometimes they don't get enough credit for how good their players are. Certainly some that they recruit, but then others that they develop. And I think that they do a terrific job developing guys on both ends and play great team defense, very principled, rarely out of position. So you have to execute and make shots, usually under duress to win or to score many points, and most people don't.
You can't replace Dante and everything that he did,
Yep.
senior leader. But how do you go about trying to overcome his loss? Is it Scar Sims?
Yeah. I mean, there'll be guys that'll certainly take his minutes. That part, isn't hard to do. It's certainly, it's a tough one because he's a terrific player, and he's a huge leader in this team, and he does way more than just whatever it is, 14 points and 7 rebounds that he scores. He impacts our team in a lot of things, whether it's getting the ball in, inbounding it, passing, driving, facilitating. He was different than some of the players we play against, and so we had a slight advantage there in certain situations. And, I'm just more disappointed for him because I know he wanted to continue his senior year, especially after a little bit of a subpar junior year. He wanted to take this team to the tournament and see how we did, and I think that was, that's been his goal the whole year, and you can tell from day one, ever since he's kind of been our leader, that's the way he's talked. So, in terms of the basketball, Amir and David Scar will probably play that position the most. I think both guys are certainly more than capable of playing good basketball and doing some of the things that we need them to do to win games. And, I think there could be a chance because of David now playing some more at that position that, Scott Spencer or Clyde Trapp or A.J. Oliver could begin to get a couple minutes here or there. And so we've got to make sure that everybody's ready. You never know now with another front court player being down if Malik will get a few more minutes in certain games. So, the guys that haven't played much, I think 1 or 2 of those guys will get some opportunities in certain games. I think it'll, again, depend on the type of game. Are we playing against bigs, smalls? So I can't tell you who all the time. But obviously Amir and David Scar will do a bulk of the load.
How has this affected the other guys? And what have you told them to kind of keep their heads up and their spirits up?
Well, I think it's hard. It's affected our guys hard from the standpoint of, obviously, we all love Dante. And there's genuine care and concern and heartbreak for somebody that you love that's going through an unbelievably difficult situation. This is hard now. And but having said that, Dante was in rehab yesterday, or not rehab, but was with the trainer in the back. And, I told our team the same thing, that, the season's going to go on, and we're still more than capable of having a great year and doing great things and playing great basketball. And, that's what Dante would want us to do. He didn't pass away. He just has an injury. He's not going to be able to help us on the court, but he's going to be a leader on the sideline and in practice and encouraging guys, and certainly he'll talk a lot with Amir. We just got to readjust a few things, and mentally we can't let this become a problem. It's a piece of adversity that we got to battle through, and I don't know if you're ever going to know how guys are doing all the way until you see some behavior, and so we'll just have to wait and see.
Coach, Virginia obviously known for their defense. I imagine Devin Hall will probably man up against Marquise quite a bit. How much of a challenge do you think that would be for him?
Yeah, I mean they've got enough good defensive players, and they play defensively in such a team way that we're not worried about individual matchups or who's guarding whom. We know we have to run excellent offense with great pace and spacing to create quality shots. And there's going to be times when you're going to have to make guarded shots if you want to win the game. You're not going to get enough open shots to win. You're going to have to make some guarded shots, and certainly that's hard to do against their team. Those guys, they've got multiple guys that I think are very good one-on-one defenders, both in the post and out on the perimeter, and that's one of the reasons why they're so good.
Is it kind of like looking in the mirror a little bit from all the teams that you've had in the past? Very similar, limited opportunities for the opponent offensively.
It's more flattering that you would say that. I don't think we defend as well as Virginia.
What about asking?
I think we've had a few teams in the past that have guarded well, and we would hope to guard like they do every possession. But I do think the emphasis is there, much like what we try to emphasize. Now we're not the same offensively, so there are some things that are going to make it different. But I think Tony and I both believe that it's hard to be successful if you don't defend well, and we both put a lot of emphasis on that.
Does it help Amir that he hit that big shot against Notre Dame? And
Yeah,
give
I
him
think
a little confidence.
Yeah, I think it just helps him that he's been playing well for 2 weeks really in practice, or at least with beginning to show more confidence. Now I do think it helps to obviously, he probably made the last shot because he made one right before that where he slipped the ball screen and hit a little 10-footer, and that gave him some confidence. So certainly, he hasn't had a lot of success in games, and so any success he has is good for him right now. But you can kind of see in the last 2 to 3 weeks that he was beginning to kind of figure some things out, play with more confidence. He's been working well with Coach Dean, and so I said before the injury that I thought, he was going to be getting, anywhere from 8 to 15 minutes and start to play more. But now it's certainly probably going to be more than that.
If you have a very experienced team, John Paul Jones, really tough place to play. How much do you think that experience is critical when you go to a place like that?
I think it's important. I think it's a really hard place to play. And they pack that place out. They cheer like crazy when they're on defense, and obviously when they make baskets. So they make it hard on you. They really are into the game. Very educated fan base, and you have to again execute under pressure, deal with the noise and the enthusiasm of the environment. So having an older team with older guards is certainly helpful.